Howdy, welcome to my psychology in film project. So for my movie, I chose To the Bone, and the character, her name is Ellen. A little bit of background. She's 20 years old. She struggled with anorexia for a few years now. She's been in and out of treatment centers, but was just admitted to a new doctor who does treatment a little bit differently. The setting is in LA, California, but specifically for Ellen, she was just kicked out of a treatment center, is living with her dad, stepmom, and stepsister. So the diagnosis is anorexia nervosa. It's characterized, or the DSM characterizes it by low energy or energy intake restriction, low body weight, fear of weight gain, and a distorted perception of one's body weight and shape. But there are some other symptoms that are also widely acknowledged. So the National Library of Medicine also acknowledges food rituals. So this could be eating really slowly, cutting your food into really small pieces, extreme exercise, or substance abuse, specifically with like laxatives and diet pills. Um, some stigmas are that all anorexics have a low BMI. This isn't true. Not all anorexics are extremely low in body weight or BMI. Another one is that women are only affected by anorexia. This isn't true. While women do make up the majority of the percentage, men also struggle with with eating disorders. In cultures, anorexia is diagnosed in most cultures, but it's not viewed the same. So, according to the Psychiatric Times, outside of Western countries or United States, eating disorders have been considered to be much rarer. So, it's more common for them to have it in Western countries than in non-Western countries. And this could be cultural, religious, societal. So, in Western countries, being thin and skinny is more idealized than in non-Western countries. Evidence. So here the NLM also acknowledges kind of the obsessiveness that comes with anorexia and all that it comes with about food. So in this scene, Ellen is basically reciting how many calories are in every single food group on her plate to her stepsister. Here, abnormal eating rituals, so the DS or the National Library, the NLM, also kind of says about cutting her food into really small pieces. So in this scene, she does that, and she eats very slowly. Here is the DSM. She loses weight and is at a dangerously low weight. So yeah. A symptom that she doesn't go through, the DSM also acknowledges how some anorexics go through binging and purging. Ellen doesn't. Treatment. So while Ellen is already in a treatment center, she's previously been through four. So I guess my approach to the question would be, why didn't those four work? Why weren't they appropriate for her? And why is this one appropriate for her? So I think this one works for her because with eating disorders, it's a lot about control too. And so here, she's given control to what she eats, what she doesn't eat. Whereas in other treatment centers, you're given a meal plan and it's verbatim, you have to follow it. So some situational, cultural, or societal barriers. So for Ellen, I think it would be self-acceptance. She doesn't have any money or location problems, but three-quarters of the movie, she doesn't accept that she has a problem, but she does. And once she accepts that, treatment starts working for her and she starts getting better. But in real life, it can be money, location, self-acceptance, and family. The broader perspective, so I think the film does do a good job of portraying the illness. I think it disproves some stigmas about it. So about the how men can't have eating disorders. There's a male in is anorexic in the film. It kind of shows also some symptoms that aren't widely acknowledged or known. Um, and I think the intentions behind the film are good, and I think it portrays it pretty accurately. However, I think it is really graphic. So another thing with anorexia is competition. So if you previously struggled with an eating disorder or anorexia specifically, watching this movie can be a little bit triggering and may bring back some symptoms, and it can creep up on you and boom, you're at square one. So I think this movie had good intentions, but I think it can be abused and it can have a negative impact on people. But it also does a good job at recognizing other eating disorders, not just anorexia, such as binge eating disorder and bulimia. Um, so overall, I think it does a pretty good job of portraying the illness. So here are my citations. from the DSM, from the Psychiatric Times, and yeah. Thank you.